Seinfuck.
Listen, I'm selling bullets, so I got to start wars, all right?
Are you really?
Supply plus demand equals profit.
Yeah, exactly. Supply, sectarian conflict. Demand, sectarian conflict.
Yeah.
Malcolm McLeod, the good guy merchant of death. Selling your bullets to the Ukraine.
You know he's good because he's wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt. He's really laid back.
Guys, listen. I'm just like those kids from War Dogs, all right? I'm just wearing my Hawaiian shirts, I'm drinking my Mai Tais, and I'm selling guns to all sides.
Malcolm McLeod shows up to the scene, Hawaiian t-shirt, sun hat, sunglasses, shorts, sandals with socks on. He opens a crate and there's nothing but bullets inside. Zelensky says, "Very nice. What caliber are they?" He's like, I didn't really check. It looks like we got some 45. This is 7.4. Just all kinds of bullets in here.
He's just has absolutely no idea what he's selling. He's just a really cool guy that's
He's
like on the battlefield just because it's just like, I'm just here. I found some friends here.
Yeah, no. I I don't wear like closed-toed shoes. So I'm just like, I gotta let these puppies free.
Yeah, you are not even a flip-flops guy. You are a sockless, like leather strapped, heel strapped. You
Roman
are strapped
style.
in just in case the bullets actually start flying at you.
No, yeah, and well, when I have to like really go into the mud of it, like the thick of it, I put on the Crocs, but I put them on in sport mode.
Very well, Mr. McLeod. I will buy your bullets because your foot odor is driving me insane.
Please leave.
Get out of my laboratory.
Thank you, my homie.
Laboratory? He's
Dexter from Dexter's Lab or something.
he's either Dexter's from Dexter's Lab or he's the mad scientist from the Monster Mash. Those are the only two options there.
Does Dexter have a German accent? What is that?
Kind of Austrian.
It's like gay child Austrian.
Yes, and that's my great grandfather, gay child Austrian.
Yes, my gay grandfather, Adolf Butler.
Adolf Manbutt.
He gave passionate and rousing speeches about homosexual rights in Weinberg, Germany. Well, Weimar. I said Weinberg.
You did say Weinberg,
sure
and I thought that you were trying to be poignant for a second.
No, I just have all kinds of miscellaneous information floating around in my head, and I can't parse what I need until I'm already saying it.
That's fair. This is what this is. It's a way to get that information out of your system.
Yeah, this is Stream of Consciousness, the podcast. So, no one needs to entertain us.
I'm glad that we're bringing back the Christmas cheer already, by the way. I noticed everybody was ready to go 2 days before Halloween this year.
I gotta be honest. Usually I'm annoyed. I'm like, oh, fuck, Christmas songs already. Like this year, I'm good. I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I got the spirit back in. I'm like, I heard "Baby It's Cold Outside," and I'm like, "Baby, I'm ready to hear that song."
I heard "Baby It's Cold Outside," and immediately I was like, "Hey, we have to cut that."
Please, I think you've seen the election result. "Baby It's Cold Outside" is back on the airwaves. There's all kinds of words you can say now that you couldn't before. "Baby It's Cold Outside" is back on the radio. Everyone's saying "Merry Christmas" at Starbucks. It's a whole new world out there.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's a winter wonderland. Mariah Carey everywhere.
Some of the whitest people I know are doing like Feliz Navidad. Like they're just
That's classic.
Yeah. They're listening to that one nonstop Taco Bell commercial from 2003 where the Taco Bell Chihuahua was going, "Mamacita, ¿dónde está Santa Claus?" That was a real thing.
The only Taco Bell Chihuahua commercial I actually remember is literally the one where he goes, "Yo quiero Taco Bell," and that's it. I can't remember any other.
Well, that was like
commercials.
30 different like commercials. They were all just like ended. They just had this dog that I think died like a year later, but they shot like 60 commercials with him.
Oh, quick question. Beverly Hills Chihuahua had to have done something with Taco Bell, right? at the time.
I thought that was the same dog. It's like how Buddy,
I don't. This is
the
Wait,
dog from
wait.
Air Bud.
You think that dog is just like a famous Chihuahua? They're like,
Yes, it was an exceedingly famous Chihuahua that died in like 2009 or something like that.
I would love to have him on the show. This particular
fucking
Chihuahua.
Prove me wrong, Malcolm. I don't. You use your Google.
Listen, I'm looking it up right now. I'm looking it up. I'm going on fact finding.
Yeah, stall him. So Malcolm, what is your opinion on the one thing that is I'm not sure. Oh shit.
That's great stuff, Robert.
Oh no! So in my hunt, first of all, I found a very cute photo of like Chihuahua just in a taco costume. Great. That distracted me, not whatever the hell you guys were talking about.
No, I know.
But I found out two things. One, the Taco Bell Chihuahua, his name was Gidget.
I do that.
Yeah, he died.
Why didn't you say it then?
Because I had heard that before. I didn't know it in the sense that it was immediately in my brain, because who the fuck knows that shit at the top of their consciousness?
So Gidget has his own Wikipedia page. This dog was born in 94, died in 2009 in July.
What did I say? What year did I say he died in?
Robert, it's truly impressive that you have such an encyclopedic knowledge of this TV Chihuahua. Way to go.
He died a year after Beverly Hills Chihuahua came out, but not the same dog, because it turns out that his other big credit was that he was the dog, like the Chihuahua, in the movie Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde.
Oh, wait. So he wasn't even like the original dog from Legally Blonde? He was just another dog?
Yeah, because his profile raised due to the Taco Bell commercials, which I want to say right now, on his Wikipedia page, this dog has a section just called controversies.
It's like he's like a fucking male actor from the 80s. He's just like controversies. Or he's a male, like he's like a fucking 80s rock star, just like the controversies. Well, we found a teenage prostitute in this guy's garage, but police said they didn't know anything, so we gotta let it slide for 30 years. I can't believe
he said that about the Armenian genocide.
Yeah.
Bad form of him for cheering on the plane hijackers that ultimately flew the plane into the North Tower.
Yeah,
September
it was
11th,
a little strange at the time, but he was famous, so we kind of let it slide.
We had to let it slide. He was celebrating. I saw him celebrating.
He was like those people from New Jersey that Trump lied and said he saw.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the controversies is that Gidget, was one of the first celebrities to come out and say that he believed 9/11 may have been an inside job. Like, that's what I...
Wow. That takes a lot of courage at the time. Especially for something that's been completely confirmed.
Listen, for someone to say that in November of 2001, wild.
That's true. The 9/11 hysteria thing really, it was a mass hypnosis because people were very suddenly very pro-military. They played Call of Duty all the time. In WWE shows, they had salutes to the troops. They literally sent wrestlers to Iraq for several years.
Well, because that was actually one of the most popular, next to like stand-up comedians, that was like one of the most popular overseas entertainment, the kind that they would just like send to troops to entertain them. It's just like, hey guys, I know it's 115 degrees outside, but we're going to slam down. We're going to slam down some guys in a very homoerotic display.
Do you remember, Malcolm, the opening scene of the first Iron Man where Tony Stark's in the Humvee?
Yeah, and he's just like, no gang signs, and it's just like, I'm just joking.
Would you believe that exact thing happened to Chris Jericho when he got sent over there in 2004?
I could believe that. I believe that was a rip from the headline scene.
Chris Jericho was deployed by WWE to entertain the troops. And what happened was their base became like an active war zone or something. So a bunch of wrestlers were like holed up inside a hole with a bunch of soldiers. like shooting shit and playing cards while they were getting shot at. And Chris Jericho was just like, it's probably the most afraid I've ever been in my life.
No kidding.
The idea of Chris Jericho shitting himself in a war zone.
He's like a big heel tough guy. That's what makes it the best too.
Exactly.
Because, like, at that point, no one was supposed to like him, I think, because he wasn't a baby face. People were supposed to boo him. So, like, can you imagine these people being like, oh, not so tough now, are you, Jericho?
Now when the bombs are flying.
I guess you ain't shit, Chris.
I heard you were a little pussy out there in Kandahar.
In Fallujah.
You could have stopped the stuff that happened in Benghazi with those emails.
Wait, with the emails? Not everything else. You could have had her do unsend like they can do in Gmail nowadays.
That doesn't do that, by the way.
I know it doesn't.
Recall.
It was a joke.
Hey, everybody out there, when you recall an email, it doesn't actually stop it from being sent. It just lets people know that you're recalling it. So if you call someone a stupid bitch in an email and send it, I still got it. And I'm confused as to why an official at Coca-Cola was so untoward in his aggression.
When was the last time you went to Atlanta?
Well, they won't let me back.
Well, I think you got your answer there, bud.
It was 2011. The Smite tournament was kicking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't go to that.
No, you didn't. You didn't go to that, but I did. We have to cut the names. And then did.
I asked my mom if I could go with Robert to a Smite tournament because we all played Smite and we were dumb because we had a friend who played MOBAs but didn't like League of Legends, so he played Smite.
And it was fun for a time.
We all played. Yeah, it was fun for a time. And they were going to the Smite Worlds competition, which was, for those listening, much bigger at the time. And there was a reason to have it. But also, it was behind Heroes of Newerth in popularity. So instead of saying we're number one on their foam fingers, they held up 3 fingers and it said we're number 3.
And they gave you like the $2 thunder sticks or the plastic things that you just kind of bang together that they
classic
made
MLB
noise,
esports or MLG.
Because they can't expect like real fans to like nerdy teens to actually clap at things or be enthusiastic at all.
Did you ever have any MLG aspirations, either of you?
No.
Wait, MLG?
Yeah,
Major League Gaming.
Oh, no, I've never. The problem was my brother is like such a top tier gamer, and then like also encountering like other people who are very intense about gaming, like, you know, some of our mutual friends. And I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm just not built for this.
You got yelled at once and gave up. That's what happened.
No.
And also just the idea of you saying, my brother's such a top tier gamer. It just sounds like a euphemism for racist.
Sound like you're being racist. Exactly. That's so funny. We thought the same thing. That's so funny. These days, because he's just like, oh, he's a big gamer.
A top tier gamer.
That's so funny that word is synonymous with racism, Robert. You're so right.
It's hey, not my
fellow
bad.
Gamers, if you feel differently about this, please write us in.
Yeah, we will never acknowledge it.
No. Well, we might.
Robert, you are too mean to the viewers lately. You're taking on this Bill Maher persona, and it sits badly.
Yeah, you've got a Maher-ishism to yourself.
Of all the people to compare it, the Bill Maher just kind of stinks.
Well, Robert, if the boot fits, go on his show and say things you don't mean.
If the boot fits, why don't you lick it?
Why don't you lick it?
That's what I thought you were going to say, Harper.
Yeah.
Well, I brought up Bill Maher and it made me want to talk about politics. So let's go back to gaming. I had MLG aspirations. And
what was the game? What was the aspiration?
So I had just gotten my first relationship, mutually, of course, terminated. My girlfriend and I decided to go our separate ways in a very amicable separation. She kept a World of Warcraft Death Knight hoodie of mine because that fucking asshole spilt paint on it.
It was a good hoodie too. I remember that
cool
hoodie.
It was my signature hoodie. I wore it everywhere, and she spilt paint on it. So I decided to take up StarCraft 2 as a sort of ad hoc revenge. I said that I would become a famous MLG player. There's just one problem. I don't take criticism well from professionals, especially ones that know what they're doing. So when I tried to learn the game at a more intense level, that is to say that I wanted to increase my actions per minute in micro, I became very frustrated and, as a teenager, unleashed several racial epithets at the people helping me. And they decided that it would be in my best interest to stop playing and to stop messaging them. And they blocked me. And thus my MLG journey was ended.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, my MLG journey ended because I have a friend who became very, very, very good at Sea of Thieves. And then I was like, that's the type of dedication you need. I don't have it.
No.
I'm done.
You got yelled at because you were on his crew.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it is the same, obviously, is the same friend. Maybe not obviously, but it's the same friend. And I will say, I don't know if he's going to listen to this or not. He is one of the few people in our lives where I'm just like, how do you have this much energy for something that matters? Absolutely not at all.
No,
it does not make sense to me. No, it does not matter. And the fact that he can spend like more than a work week of time on it while keeping down a job and not fucking women is insane to me.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa, a roast.
If it's the same friend we're thinking of here.
It is.
Not to be named.
End of the podcast.
He would regularly discourage me from playing Smite because we would get on games with streamers. He had a very high elo, and I would rank with him occasionally. And there was a time where I was playing Thor, and I put a bad wall down, and it made his kill get away. But it was due to latency. Through no fault of my own did he get away. It was just a bad wall because of latency. And he was like, Harper, I'm never going to play with you again. Do you understand that? You are so bad at this game that it makes my head spin. I was like, yeah, that's fair. No, I get it.
Yeah, he deserves the roast I just gave him because he's not a reasonable person when it comes to those things.
No.
I love when he gets spit. He's just like, okay, all right. And he flips out for sure. When everybody has that friend in gaming, and I know a couple of them. And they're in the same.
I mean,
circle.
a lot of people just have that friend in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But when they flip out, it's so funny. It makes watching them play video games worth it. And I think that friend of ours in mutual should stream if he still gets that angry, because it is in person awe-inspiring. It silences the room when he gets angry, because you're just like, is he about to smash himself?
He does. It does, like, it is the kind of anger where you're just like, there is immediate violence just under this tiny molecular thin veneer of just like
Yo, what a legend. Shouts out. You know who you are if you're listening.
I'm not going to apologize. You deserve it.
No.
We can have that conversation.
Be happy I'm not being mad at you guys this episode.
No,
what did I do?
Well, what did we do?
Well, last episode I was a dick.
Well,
so why would that necessitate you being mad at us this episode?
It
just sounds like you're a problem.
I'm just saying you should be thankful that I'm not, that I'm instead mad at this other person.
Let me get on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
Yes, you fucking should.
Friend of the pod.
Robert.
Yeah.
In every way except for physical attributes, I am superior to you.
You know what, Harper? That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because I can't handle being my own person, so you just kind of...
Robert, I'm going to say this to you for your own good right here on the podcast in front of God and everybody. The only reason that is the case is because you think about it too much, you are too smart, and you worry about these things constantly.
Yeah,
right?
no, I've actually come to kind of like a conclusion very recently that like I'm the best version of myself when I am not thinking at all, when I'm just doing, and that just, it kind of fucks with me because... what does that mean for like active choice or anything like that, or who I am versus what I'm going to do? Because does that mean my like core identity is subconscious. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
No, it
really
does.
is. Robert, it sounds like you need to take an improv class. Like that's
Welcome. Fuck off.
All right, Robert, get up. Start jogging in place. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
All right.
Zip, zap, zap, zip, zap, zap.
I like that. Okay, Robert. Now start waving your arms around like this. Hey, Mongo, Mongo. Hey, Mongo, Mongo. All right, Robert, a little faster.
No.
You're not putting your whole into this, and I can tell.
No,
You fucking
stop.
asshole. Piece of shit.
It's hurting me.
All right, everybody, say the loudest slur you can think of.
American.
Couldn't it be like at least reach for Canadian?
No, they don't. They only deserve it.
Have either of you guys gotten your IQ tested?
When I was like 13, I got my IQ tested. They literally wouldn't share me the results. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, same here. I'm in fourth grade. Malcolm?
I have, but I also didn't get my results.
Why are they testing our IQs and not telling us?
I don't know. I guess part of it is so your like ego doesn't get shattered, but it's also like, I don't know. It's got to be partly just because.
So, but like I remember, well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me it was just I went to a private school, and it was just one of those things that they do at private schools where like they're like, at least my parents, like I don't know if other kids did it, but I think my dad in particular was like, we got
get like tested by the actual school.
Yeah, we got hit by the state practice.
It was
Like,
a public, at a public school.
This was an elective opportunity by my dad.
It's funny that your dad was just like, yeah, we got to check that guy out.
You got to make sure if I'm going to be trusting him with my business opportunity.
I did have a friend, and I would fuck with him once where he would always talk about his IQ, but his IQ is always changing. Like he never changed it. So he'd be
because
like,
it's IQ. It's not actually a measure for anything of how smart you are in that minute.
No. What it was is that he would like hear someone talk about like their IQ, and they'd be like, yeah, I have an IQ of like 128. And he'd go like, well, I have an IQ of 130. And then I would just go and be like, oh, that's crazy. I have an IQ of 131. Like, just like
you just one up him.
Just one it up. Yeah.
Notch it up just a little bit.
Just because it was annoying, because he would do this like every few days for like, I would say for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. It's exceedingly annoying. If you are at any age and you're bragging about your IQ and you are not from like literally you just woke up from the 30s, kill yourself.
All right, that's true. I think we should all get our IQs tested just to see where we land. I have the suspicion that I'm in the mid 90s, probably, because I'm very comfortable with myself and I don't worry about a lot. And for you guys, you seem very anxious people. I'm guessing you test around 105, 110.
I mean, hold on. Let's see if there's any catchers or any
catchers.
I don't fuck off. Okay, so we want to do cultural or classical?
I mean, culture. I'm gonna nail culture.
I'm gonna do classical.
Fuck.
Okay. This is going to be so stupid. Are you ready? Are you ready for this test?
What are we going to do?
Who's playing this? Actually, who's playing this?
You are. You're going to.
I'm playing this. Okay,
yeah, you're the one who wants to show off.
Hey, I'm not going to show off. This is Harper brought up the meaning or brought up the idea of the podcast hosts take an IQ test.
I think we should take it off air because I've seen people take IQ tests on streams before, and there's nothing more boring.
Yeah.
I don't think. Also, I'm not sure what the efficacy of this test is because there are literally
the efficacy of an online test. It's on BuzzFeed.com.
It's actually at 123test.com.
I think I've seen this exact test work out on the Andy Worski stream back in the day, and they gave him like a 130 IQ. So maybe we should get an official test because Andy Worski is dumb as rocks.
Okay, which number logically follows this series? 4, 6,
this is not
9, 6, 4.
That is not an IQ test.
No.
That's not how they work. It's all about pattern recognition on those tests, but it's like boxes moving in different ways. Like the next box movement in the sequence would therefore be.
Yeah. I mean, IQ is fake anyway, so who gives a shit?
Well, Robert, if I guess well enough on the test, they could invite me to an Institute for Geniuses.
Yeah, you could join Mensa, which is what that's called.
What's Mensa stand for?
I know the M probably stands for mental.
Mental.
Yeah, it's like mental efficacy, neurological seance association.
seance. And now we will commune with the geniuses of old.
Sir Isaac Newton. Is
Edison,
it true?
get out of here. Ooh.
Everyone hates you, dude. What the fuck?
How did you even get in?
Is it true? Are you a virgin?
Yes, he absolutely was.
Who do you suspect would be the funniest person to enter the world via immaculate conception? Just of all the current celebrities.
Elon Musk, absolutely.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's got to be Musk. You know, years ago, like if we asked this question in like 2011, it would have probably been Donald Trump. But now it's
No. I think in 2011 it would have been like, who was popular in 2011? Do you guys even remember that far? I've had a lot of beer since then.
Yeah, I did have a lot of beer. Maybe like,
Oh man,
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. That's pretty good. Yeah,
I think
that was a good guy. Chris Metzen. I remember Chris Metzen being fairly popular.
Sure.
I feel like people really loved Kurt Schilling. I feel like
Kurt Schilling at the time.
Sure.
But come on, he wasn't born by immaculate conception.
No. His parents,
Megan Fox, perhaps. Was Megan Fox already like dismissed for being
no,
thumb-thumbed at the time?
No, she was still doing
but those were some definite thumbs.
What if it was Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf. That's a great answer.
Yeah, because it's like he was like kind of at the peak of his popularity.
He's doing something fairly recently. He was in fucking not Mentopolis. What's it called? Megalopolis. Yeah, he was in Megalopolis, wasn't he?
Coppola. I thought that was Adam Driver.
No, they're both
in it.
They could play the same parts though, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Shia LaBeouf was Kylo Ren instead of Adam Driver? Completely different movie.
No, one thing that's crazy about Shia LaBeouf that no one ever talks about is that he did a movie, like a kind of this low budget movie from David Ayer, who's the guy behind Training Day, but he also did like that really horrible like movie Bright and like the bad Suicide Squad and like those movies. So he did this movie called The Tax Collector, in which it's about like Shia LaBeouf is doing an LA Chico stereotype performance throughout the whole movie. In the movie, he's got like this really big back tattoo, and everyone thinks, oh, that's just a fake tattoo he did for the movie. But because Shia LaBeouf is such a committed actor, because he is like so invested, he actually got this full back tattoo, and it's like one of the worst tattoos I've ever seen.
No, you're really not going to just like have makeup do like 40 minutes in the chair every day of shoot rather than just like literally get it tattooed?
Oh no, I guess it's not back. It was a chest tattoo, but he literally got that tattoo to play a character named Creeper in the movie called The Tax Collector, which has the logline of a tax collector working for a local crime lord finds his family's safety compromised when the rival of his boss shows up in LA and upends his business, which is, by the way, one of the more generic loglines I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I could have wrote that. Easily could have wrote that. You know, can you imagine if Edward Norton actually got the swastika tattoo on his chest instead of sitting in the chair to get it done as makeup before he filmed American History X? It's that insane to me.
Oh, it's crazy. Like just the like how many sessions you'd have to do to like go and like have that done rather than like, and how many hours that would take rather than just going in and like being like, all right, I'll have the makeup team do this for like whatever, 2 hours, and then I'll be good for the duration of this 10-day shoot.
It doesn't make much sense. But we're in the land of nonsensical. Forsen would have been great for Immaculate Conception. Who knows where that guy came from?
Rest in peace, Forsen.
Yes, it was a tragic stream death for sure. I missed the Forsen streams that when he was doing Hearthstone because it was basically just like unfiltered internet in a chat with no moderation.
Also, in the movie The Tax Collector, just a fun fact, that really bad comedian Brendan Schaub plays a character known as Fat Patrick. And they all work for a crime lord known as the Wizard.
This movie sucks.
It is a bad movie. I didn't say this was a good movie.
No, I know you said it was. I didn't say you said it was a good movie. I'm just observing. There's so much shit in the modern cinema. It's unbelievable. How could you remake How to Train Your Dragon? I'm stuck on this.
I think the only reason it doesn't look worse is because they didn't actually change the design on the dragon at all.
They would have took it a bridge too far if they changed the dragons.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they kept Gerard Butler. He's still the dad. I don't know. It's all dumb.
Well, yeah, that's
Everything's dumb.
the only one who could like kind of realistically go do the same part.
yeah, I mean, he voiced him, no?
Also, I guess the guy who directed the animated film is the one doing the live action direction, which is also really
But
fascinating.
Why How to Train Your Dragon? It's like a good 3D CG animated
Yeah.
movie.
And it's not going to have the same fucking voice actor. You're not going to have what's his name's like very awkward delivery of just being a weird teenage Viking.
Hiccup. Yeah.
Like Jay Baruchel.
Yeah, Jay Baruchel.
You know what movie should be redone is Princess and the Frog, you know?
They're gonna do it soon.
I could take a live action Princess and the Frog. It got did dirty as an animated movie that I don't
It was
think
a
was
good animated
really.
movie. It's the reason they don't do animated movies anymore, I guess. That was like the last one, no?
Yeah, it was, or Disney specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was one of the
Disney specifically.
last 2D sort of like traditional style, and then they moved to 3D and then kind of moved on. But I want to say, like the How to Train Your Dragon, it just also all the screenshots make it look super lifeless. Like it just like
Oh, yeah.
poorly lit, like a lot of green screens.
It's gray and lifeless. And I guess that's what Scandinavia looks like, but I'm not trying
Yeah,
to watch a
it's-
movie about Scandinavia.
It looks cold in a way that the animated movies really didn't. And I'm curious why that is, other than just like, well, we have to make sure the greens are less vibrant for some reason. I don't know.
My hope is that very much like in the when they did the live action Sonic movie and everyone shit on them for Sonic's teeth, that they're getting shit on for this being too gray, and then they
I
have
can't
to like
see it. I can't
color
see it.
script. I don't think it will happen.
It's not a common enough complaint. The masses can relate to an ugly Sonic character. They cannot relate to color correction because a lot of them don't see the same spectrum, I'm convinced.
And they're definitely not on the same spectrum.
Oh, well observed.
Why did you have to go? Why did you like Robin Williams?
Oh.
I'll tell you what spectrum they're on. So another thing is, why are they making Wicked a movie, right?
Well, because it's a popular musical and they're not going to, but also doesn't mean that they're going to advertise it like a musical because no one goes to see musicals. So they have to trick people into going.
So once all the women and gays have seen your movie, who's going to watch it?
The people who are so bored out of their mind that when it's on Netflix or Max or another kind of streaming service several months down the line, they're going to watch that because it's much better than the silence of their own homes.
Log line. All right, we're going to make a movie that's better than what they're churning out right now.
Sure. Let's
All
do
right.
it. Oh, by the way, just before we get into it, while recording the podcast, I took that IQ test and said it was 120. I don't know how accurate that is because
Okay,
I was
that's
recording
all right.
a podcast and actively talking to you guys.
It probably says that everyone's IQ is
Yeah.
120 on that.
Well, it
So-
actually told me which ones were wrong, which I was just like, that's fair. I was not paying attention to that one.
I love that. You're like,
Yeah, that's great. You can take it again and pass with flying.
Exactly. And that's why IQ is fake. It is
But then you-
absolutely a fake
You
bullshit.
took an objectively bullshit test, though. It's not
Yeah, I know.
The
That's
results are
fair.
poison to begin with. It was like 10 questions long, Robert.
Yeah, I know. It's still dumb. I can acknowledge it's dumb while feeling a little bit nice that I can pass the dumb test.
But the test is dumb.
Exactly.
So if you pass the dumb test and you
Yeah.
get a good score,
Yeah.
that doesn't make you smart. It just
No, I
makes
didn't say it
the
did.
whole scenario
It just
dumb.
means I'm smart enough to pass a dumb test.
I hate semantics. I hate when you do this. Why the fuck do you?
Yeah,
drag
because
me
it's
into it?
exceedingly fun for me and very annoying to you.
yeah, no, well, not just to Harper. It's also annoying
Hey,
to me
Malcolm,
and the
Just
did I
listeners.
anybody
fucking
listening.
ask?
There he is again.
I'm not looking for your permission. I don't know why I would ask.
Because you don't need my permission, Malcolm. You're a person all unto yourself.
Robert, who should the Democrats blame?
Themselves, exclusively themselves. And
It is
their-
literally the opinion Bill Maher had.
I don't care. Harper, fuck off. I love you. Fuck off.
Yeah. Hi. Anyway, this is Robert's Corner.
Welcome to Robert's Corner. Today we're going to talk exclusively about shit. What do I care about? I don't care about anything. Never
The
mind.
intersection of lacrosse and homosexuality, how it develops, and where you were touched by Coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
No, that was a good one. And you guys,
No, I wasn't going to hop on it because it was.
Honestly, he was just jealous.
jealous.
There's nothing to be jealous about. I love Harper with all my heart. I would kill to be him this second because at least I'd have a decent chance at people loving me in the way that I'm not loved.
The love stops when you hit 30, is what I noticed.
Hey, I got
You your
love.
last chance to be loved.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You ran the clock out. And you just...
I need that delivered by like John Madden or something like that. That's it right there, folks. You hit 30. He's like circling a guy. blowing out the candles
like a
with his
whiteboard with just like
Yeah.
some pins and some magnets that no one actually knows what it means.
You hit 30, and people said, this old guy, he's got nothing going on. He's got no kids. He's got no prospects. He's got no savings, no crypto, no stocks. That's when the love stopped. That's when people decided you weren't worth loving and your jokes are
That's
old.
when they stopped giving you the benefit of the doubt, and you deserved that.
Your parents aren't inviting you over as much because they don't think that drinking beer at their house at 2:30 p.m. is a fun pastime with their kid.
Oh, it hurts. It really hurts. Oh, no.
Except in my dad's case, where drinking vodka at 11 is probably the best pastime that you could do with him. Love you,
Certainly
Dad.
healthier than certain other proclivities.
He's on a health kick. He's
Oh.
had relations with a Taiwanese woman who's shown him all the secrets to longevity,
Oh, yeah.
which he is
Oh.
taking.
Is the first secret is to give her money?
He has lots of hypodermic needles and ginseng roots that he.
Is your dad's like skin the softest it's ever been?
Why? Malcolm.
I don't really.
Malcolm, think about that question for longer than 2 seconds.
No, it's a good question. It's
No,
just,
it's not.
who's touching their dad?
Exactly.
And being like, my God,
Oh my God. What luscious skin.
silky smooth.
This is
These
the
avocados
softest my
are-
dad's skin has ever been.
You said that you eat pangolin and bathe in avocados, and that's all it takes.
What is this powder that you've been sniffing for weeks now? Oh.
You know, I've noticed that you stopped cooking it in a spoon, and you have a strange arcane device that boils it for you.
Yeah, it's like a 3-tiered, like double boiler situation.
It's wrapped in aluminum. Can you tell me what the aluminum has?
Yeah, you actually buy the aluminum in like prefabricated little cups that you put on a Bunsen burner. What's that about?
It's just like when people get too out of control with their coffee purchases. Have you guys seen what like coffee snobs spend on like cappuccino or similar grinding devices?
Oh, it's
and shit like
ridiculous.
that?
It is
Oh, yeah,
genuinely
no.
stupid.
It's crazy.
Yeah, can you imagine if they did that for meth?
They do.
Oh.
They absolutely do.
Yeah.
Someone is straight up doing holistic meth right now.
Yeah, someone
Wait,
is
I'm
like,
sorry, that's called Adderall.
all right.
Hey,
Ba-ba-tch.
don't snare me, you bastard.
Hit them with the fill. That's
Yeah.
good. Keep it coming. Yeah. Roll.
Sasha, play
Play the wipeout drum solo as much as you can right now.
and then a big wah, wah.
Right. And then a fart like you usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't. You got to stop doing the farts. That's a bit too
Doing the
much.
farts.
You're kind of wearing your welcome in with the farts.
No more fart.
Fart more.
No more farts. How about next time it's a babbling brook?
Every time the word fart is mentioned, add a fart. Thank you. Perfect. This is wonderful. Fart.
Don't shut the fuck up.
I probably was going to say something about the cappuccino stuff, right? Because I asked a friend how much a coffee grinder would cost. You know, I was interested in getting into grinding my own coffee. I asked my friend for advice on what he's a big coffee guy. I said, I want a grinder. He said, what's your budget? I said, $25. And he made a teeth sucking sound and said, that's fucking rough. And I was like, $25? It seems pretty reasonable. He's like, it's not
enough. Yeah.
You need like at least $300 to get a decent coffee grinder. It's like a low entry level coffee grinder.
No, you fucking don't. He's a fucking liar.
He's not lying. And people have taken this to such a science that it's ludicrous.
No. Okay. He's not a liar. He is a snob in the way that some people think I am. If you spend more than $40 for a coffee grinder, you are a limp dick bitch.
Ouch.
Here's what you do. You buy a middle of the range fucking German coffee grinder, and then you buy
German
$2 or $2 to like $6 ceramic burr grinder, and then replace the stainless steel one that came with the fucking thing with the ceramic one, and then it grinds perfectly. And you've spent $65 at most, and you're never going to have a bad grind in the rest of your life. You're not going to spend $300 fucking dollars for something that's going to break after a month. Fuck off.
Ladies and gentlemen, that man that you just heard has 120 IQ as determined by 123test.com.
Yes, I do.
A 123 test score of 120, gentlemen. Can you beat it?
Yeah.
Robert's like, what the fuck are you buying a grinder for? Just get 2 rocks, you fucking idiot. Put your coffee between your first rock and smash it.
Fuck off. You drink pour over coffee. You don't deal with this like little tiny filter shit. You get a fucking hefty thing.
Mm-hmm. Robert takes his coffee in the Turkish style. I wouldn't listen to him. He's never ground his coffee.
I get so much shit for you guys for stuff that I don't even do.
No, but you like coffee, all right? And I don't drink coffee, all right? I don't know how to appreciate
you forgot
coffee.
Malcolm's a Mormon.
He
can't drink
That's right. I always forget.
And listen, I've been to coffee, competitions, all right? There was a place, it's called The American. They had a coffee competition. I tried. I was like, you know what? If I could get the best baristas in Western Canada to try to make me like coffee.
Sorry, this is something
To
very
be fair,
funny.
a lot of them were probably from Seattle.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that a few of them, some illegals, if we will.
They were in Canada illegally. They were there illegally, and they were bringing their coffee, and they were bringing their best.
They were bringing their best.
Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't like coffee at the end of this competition. It was a coffee.
I guess that
it was
makes
a
you a
coffee
Philistine,
barista competition that also had like a toast competition where there were like people
For toasting
trying to
toast.
Who can make the best toast?
No, I'm serious. That was actually the competition.
Wait, as in like toast as in bread or
Yeah.
toast as in speech?
bread.
Oh,
That's so much worse. That's
That
so
is
much worse.
You could get competitive with like,
Yeah.
and I dedicate this to in favor of, but like with toast, it's like, yeah, did you burn it?
Yeah. No, that's
No?
why. That's
Great.
why.
A grade.
That's why I
Stand.
went, because I was just like, I have to know what a toast competition is. Like, what are you
What
talking
do you
about?
fucking do to the toast that makes it competitive?
I don't know. I think it's like they make their own bread and then they like toast it. Like I was like, but then people were bringing out store bought.
You
Someone
guys
was
are
like,
so fucking bored up there. You're so fucking bored that you're comparing toast.
yeah, you're going sourdough versus ciabatta versus, just Wonder Bread. Like,
You're so bored. You're comparing toast. Sounds like an aphorism that that people came up with in the 30s, and I love
It
it.
does. It does. It's true.
yeah, it was just like, I felt like it was like a joke competition to go alongside the real competition. It was a very weird event. I was
It may very well
hungover.
have been.
I just remember it being like, what
Were
am
you
I
the
walking
judge?
into? I wish I would have been brutal on that toast. I would have been the Simon
I'm
Cowell
very
of toast.
exacting demands for my toast, actually. And if there isn't at least parsley on the butter spread, then it's going in the garbage where it belongs.
There's no garlic on this. Go fuck yourself.
Exactly. I'm looking for fresh garlic. Maybe that purple garlic that's pretty good. The Russian garlic.
elephant
Or maybe
garlic.
the black garlic. They
Yes.
get in a good dehydrator.
It grows in the
Ooh.
ground, no garlic.
Black garlic. Excellent.
Yes, garlic grows in the fucking ground, Harper.
He would know. He has like such a high IQ.
Shut the fuck up.
Robert, this persona you've adopted is wretched, and I urge you to abandon it.
okay, sure. Hey guys, it's Rabbit. How's it going?
Much better. Please talk like that for the rest of the episode and read the user submission right now.
We have a user submission from someone who'd like to be known as Lenny.
Yeah, that's my favorite guy.
That's actually really poignant. That's very poignant that the user submission's name is Lenny, and I'm doing
Where'd he
this
go? Bring him
boy. The rabbits. We're gonna live off the fat of the land.
I think I killed someone.
I killed several people and a litter full of puppies in that one book.
Yeah, of Mice and Men.
Okay, we all read of Mice and Men. What's the user
Yes,
submission?
I know. Okay, their song recommendation is Meant to Be by BBNO $.
Baby No Money.
That's
Baby No Money. Okay. Meant to Be by Baby No Money. And their question is, you are able to time travel, swap bodies, with your 13-year-old self. What is the first thing you do as your 13-year-old self?
Oh,
and if
man.
the answer is anything other than masturbate, you're wrong.
Yeah, jerk off is definitely on the top of the list because I would have been doing that anyway. If we get to keep our memories, that's one thing. But if we don't, I'm just jerking off regardless.
Yeah, well, I think you'd have. I mean, the swap bodies implies you keep your memories.
So wait, does that mean my 13-year-old self is like having to deal with my like problems now?
No, as in like you're going back in time to your 13-year-old self and occupying yourself as 13, but you are yourself now.
That means your problems also wouldn't exist, no? I mean, like if you have self-image problems because of how you are now and you didn't have them, then you wouldn't have them, no?
Exactly. You'd be able to know firsthand whether or not like it's actually in your head.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
it's just like, are your problems now because of whatever existential bullshit, or are your problems now because you have to like make money to earn a living?
So here's the thing. I don't think I had jerked off when I was 13. Like, so
fucking tell on yourself, bud.
And I don't know.
What did you just say?
I said tell on yourself.
No, not you, Robert. Malcolm. You said you didn't jerk off when you were 13?
No.
What? You hadn't figured it out or something?
No.
You were just kind of lost. Did they not give you the instruction manual?
I was just pulling really hard. It kind of hurt, man.
It doesn't seem like I was doing it the right way.
Yeah, I think I don't think so. Like, I think I must have been like 14 or 15 when I like figured that out.
Malcolm, what the fuck, dude? What are you talking about?
This seems to have upset Harper more than anything else we've ever talked about.
Because most fucking people learn how to jerk off when they're like 11, you know?
Yeah, they get it. They get it figured out fairly early.
Yeah, like I saw stuff, but I don't think I like did anything with it for years, like until years later.
What the fuck? Why didn't you jerk off? What the fuck? I'm very it's like when you find out someone you know has tried long pork or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
It's more like you've talked to someone and they've never like ate rice before.
No, this is a little beyond that, because not eating rice, that could be managed in a cultural situation. In a cultural situation, in no human experience have I ever heard of anybody being like, and I just didn't know how to jerk off.
Well, I mean, that's a real thing for women.
It's not that I didn't know how, I just didn't do it. Like I just really wasn't into that. And I was on a different verve.
What?
You're such a fool.
What do you mean?
Malcolm, you know that makes
what do
no
you mean
sense.
You just didn't do it? Because you were just like, it just doesn't seem like my cup of tea.
Kind of.
Busting a nut, it's so overrated. What the fuck are you talking about? People were just like, yeah, dude, in the schoolyard all the time. It would be like, yeah, dude, and I can bust nuts over and over, dude. Let me tell you. Okay, so if I was 13, what the fuck, Malcolm? If I was 13.
I'm glad I chose this.
This is a great one.
This is great.
No, it's good. The first thing I would do is probably knuckle down on learning to draw. I was wretched at learning to draw. I taught myself how to do it and missed out on a lot of fundamentals that I had to make up later. If I could really focus instead of watching Atlantis: The Lost Empire on repeat.
For the umpteenth time, yeah. It gets better every time, but...
I got better. I would probably do that. I would watch anime because it was in its golden era at the time, and I would have stayed in school. I would have done my best to stay in school.
That's fair.
I wouldn't have dropped out. I wouldn't have skipped 8th grade. I would have tried my best. I would have tried to change my trajectory. I would have tried to do anything I can to get out of where I am right now.
No, that's absolutely fair.
Sitting in a chair talking with someone who didn't jerk off until they were like 15.
Hey, man, that's fair. Honestly, so fucking fair. Malcolm, you are a fucking freak.
You're a freak.
Well, I'm a freak.
You
I'm
are
not
a
the only
freak.
one. Oh my God.
Your propensities must be so dark as a result of not having been exposed to more traumatic.
He's just a 13-year-old who's like
Ugh.
into the most vile shit.
No, he was. I'm assuming. All right, this is my assumption. I'm not Freud, nor have I ever claimed to be, but I'm assuming that the late development also came with more curiosity towards extreme pornography. And I don't want to.
No, I don't like being accused of this.
Well, you didn't deny it either.
I don't like being accused of things I absolutely deserve.
There's no extreme pornography. I'm not into Gord's house or any of this other shit.
Yeah, he's not interested in turning women into furniture. That's just something only people online talk about.
Where's the farthest you go, Malcolm? I just gotta know.
What's the farthest I go?
Farthest you go.
What? Okay. I feel like sometimes I'll watch some stuff that's on like kink.com. I feel like that's a pretty vanilla answer, though.
It is a vanilla answer, and it's not true.
And it's a lie. Yeah. It's absolutely a lie.
That's it. I don't know.
It's not true.
I'm not like
you're among friends, Malcolm. It's
I'm not.
Did you ever snoop around his place while you were there, Robert? Did you ever find anything strange?
I never found anything. I never snooped, but I also never found anything strange.
I never snooped. I looked around.
I am very respectful of other people's spaces because I have family and I have found terrible shit. Yeah. I never want to find it again.
A normal experience for sure.
Listen, I'm just milquetoast. Like I'm just like it's just.
I just don't believe you.
Yeah,
I've never believed you on this either. We've talked about this.
Do I have an
times.
OnlyFans addiction? Perhaps, but that's different.
That would be something.
That would be something. But that's the worst bit about it. I know you actually don't. Addiction. So what the fuck is it, Malcolm?
I want to know so bad, and it daunts me. It kills me. Ever since you were into like nice smiles or something like that.
I was not into nice smiles.
I love a good set of teeth. Everyone in this fucking podcast was just like, no, there is something much darker at work here.
When you see a precipice, you don't know it's a precipice until you're right on it. You know what I'm talking about?
It just looks like open like road. Yeah, you're not on a higher elevation. You're just sort of level, and so it's just you look on. It just looks like it continues. It's only up until you're on the edge.
I'm not broken. I don't know what to say. All right.
You are. Stop lying to us.
I know what you are. Okay.
I know what you are.
Those young male suitors you bring over.
Listen, I wish there was something more fucked up. I wish I could say there was a better answer. There's not.
Femboys. It has to be femboys.
No, it's not femboys.
I can see femboys. I can see femboys.
I can see interest in femboys. Did you have to wait long for me? He's like massaging a twink on the shoulders, you know?
What the fuck?
Either
that or he's balls, like full, you know? He goes full Napoleon where he's writing a missive to his girlfriend. It's just don't like, shower. We'll be home in 3 days. Don't wash. Don't bathe.
Smells for sure. Let's see, you're Scandinavian. You're not German, so you can't be scatologically inclined. I just think that's a racial thing at this point. I think Germans are for my like.
Ethnic. Not
you got very nervous.
He's like, what?
No,
I think German is a race.
I don't like scat stuff.
Germans are into scat. They'll always be. That's just genetically wired into them.
Just keep guessing. Keep guessing.
All right. What would you do if you were 13, Malcolm?
I would I jack off for the first time, and I hug.
He just becomes the most normal person.
Yeah, he no longer has that deep, dark fetish that we all know.
No, he
has.
would have one. That's all. He would just be upfront about it. He would be like, oh yeah, like BDSM for sure.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
definitely.
BDSM.
Either BDSM or I
Abandonment.
really like having my testicles stepped on by women in high heels. That's definitely what I like.
That's not that bad.
Honestly, no. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
You could
It's
have a
not
milking fetish. I could see
Feet?
that.
I don't.
Is it
Okay,
feet?
no, it's not feet. It's definitely not feet.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah, Malcolm is many things. Foot guy is not one of them.
I don't know. Okay, because they lurk among us, and it's impossible
that's
to
true.
tell
That is
until they
true.
reveal themselves.
It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I would get my life on track in the way that I would take school very seriously, so
Yeah.
I could actually make something of myself that wasn't
Yeah.
just a terrible
Yeah.
loser.
You're not a terrible loser, Robert. I am a terrible loser, and in so
No,
many ways,
I am a terrible loser. I am a terrible loser.
no, I'm the biggest loser.
That's just
No, it's
full-on
me.
Spartacus, yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm.
for me, it's
reveal
that-
yourself.
Yeah, for me, listen, I'm giving my dead dad a hug.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
it'd be so cute if it also wasn't alive. He's
no,
going
I mean,
to
here's
just
the thing.
get involved with that
Yeah,
terrible fetish months earlier.
yeah, I think here's the thing, because I feel like I have a bit of an opposite problem to you, which was that like I was a very much like, you know, goody two shoes, like giant, like doing my best in school. Like when I was 13, I was like going for it. So I kind of feel like I'd want to do a little bit. I need to cut loose. You know, like I didn't drink until I was in university. Like I never, you know, nothing. So like all that stuff. So maybe, you know, maybe have like, you know, go when I get invited to the party, like go and like have that beer, right? Like go and like do that stuff.
Have that beer. Fuck that 5. Impregnate that girl. Become a deadbeat
Oh, no,
dad.
no.
Jerk off to Prime Carmen Hayes. Absolutely.
Harass that one VTuber. It'll be fine.
And I probably should have really started that YouTube channel and stuck with it.
That is the saddest response I've ever heard.
I want so badly to know what Malcolm's secret fetish is. It kills me. And maybe it's because I'm a broken person. Maybe I'm the mutant here. Because
Harper, he could be an armpit guy.
I'm not an armpit guy.
Yes, you are.
No,
Yes,
I'm
you
not.
are.
Yes,
The
you
way
are.
you immediately denied that was just immediate
No,
armpit guy
I don't
energy.
like. I
So
don't.
tell me what you are.
I like being called daddy.
So does everyone, you fucking asshole.